Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks as they take on Dak Prescott and the defending NFC East champs, the Dallas Cowboys. So with that, let's head over to the heart of Texas, massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football and Big D, as their guys will do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. Charles, good matchup here. A couple of playoff teams from a season ago.
And just think about how the NFL works, partner. 8 teams that made the playoffs the year before didn't make it last season. So there's always going to be parity in this league, and guys have to be ready to go. Just because you made it the year before doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get back again.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State. First down, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And the offensive starters for Dallas.
It's so good to see big number 72 Travis Frederick back in a Cowboys uniform. Remember, he missed all of last season with Guillain-Barré syndrome. And prior to that, he'd been to the Pro Bowl 4 straight times at center. And his return, a huge boost to the offensive line. Better to have him in uniform than coaching.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Prescott now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. on 2nd and 9. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He may try and run for this, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
Let's go, team. Gonna be a long day on this.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. But that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson, flushed out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, then you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Watch your slant, watch your slant, watch your slant.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son.
Prescott. They'll roll him out right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first and 10, Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a first and 10 at the 15. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Marr is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Of course, the door for Marr was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year. Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta. After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on first and 10. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Now second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard. Back now in Arlington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try the left side. Carson, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now here's Michael Dixon, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. So Dak and the Cowboys down 7-3, a minute 50 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it with Carson, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Kill.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
A loss of 9 brings up 4th down.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You
certainly
loved
did.
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Big D.